Hi class, let's take a look at a familiar problem, and this is the sine squared function. Now, we're going to see the sine squared function, but in this particular situation, we're looking at the integral from 0 to all the way to positive infinity. So let me just say let f of x is equal to, well, technically your sine squared of x. And this one, we've been graphing it. I think we've done a couple of sketches already. Let me just provide a couple of points. So at 0, we technically have the values of 0. At the values of pi, we get 0. And at pi over 2, we get the values of 1. So it's going to keep isolating. And on the positive side, or on the positive axis, you're going to get this sort of a shape. And it's actually going to continue. Oh, shoot. It's supposed to be. So this is the. There we go. So it goes like this and technically like that. Now, this is supposed to be more of a curve. So. And then this is also supposed to be a little bit more curvy. Okay, obviously not to scale. But this is supposed to be a little bit higher. I'm just gonna leave it like that since I'm making it actually worse. Okay, so we're looking at the area from technically 0 to infinity, and just by looking at this actual sketch, this one's not gonna converge because of, well, technically that area continues to accumulate. So let me actually rewrite it. So in this particular problem, we're just going to say that the actual integral, so we're looking at the integral from 0 to infinity of the sine squared of x dx, it's going to be equal to, technically, the limit as t approaches infinity of the values of 0 to t of the actual sine squared of x dx. So I'm just going to rewrite it as follows, and I'm just going to use the formula that we've been using, or technically the shortcut. So in this case, we're just going to say that this is equal to the limit as t approaches infinity of basically the following, and this is using the formula. So let me just put the parentheses, and the formula gives us the integral of the sine squared. It's an actual u, well, not a u, but it's going to be an x divided by 2 minus 1/4, and this one has the actual sign of 2x, and then no plus c. We're just looking at 0 to t, and the formula that I'm using is technically the integral of sine squared of u. The u is equal to u divided by 2 minus 1/4 sine of 2u. Technically there's a plus c, but not for the definite integral. So we're still looking at this one being the actual limit as t approaches infinity of t over 2 minus 1/4 sine of 2t. And then technically minus 0. Once you plug in the 0, everything's going to cancel out. So let me just put another set of parentheses here to make sure that it's clear that once 0 comes in, it simplifies it, or they cancel out. So we're actually looking at just evaluating the limit as t approaches infinity. And what I'm going to do is, let me distribute the actual limit to those two. So you're going to have the t divided by 2 minus the 1/4 limit as t approaches infinity of the sine of 2t. Okay, so let me do a quick sketch of both of these functions. Okay, so for the first one, this is t over 2, but it's just the line going in this direction. So this is f of t is equal to t over 2. So the actual limit as t approaches infinity of t over 2 is equal to, well, in this case, positive infinity. On this one, since it just becomes unbounded. The second one is the sine of t, the negative. It's actually going to put the function in this direction, same, not to scale, but it's actually going to do that because of the negative. So this is going to be f of t is equal to negative 1/4 sine of 2t. So hold on, this is not to scale, but okay. And as you are looking at the limit as t approaches infinity, positive infinity of negative 1/4 sine of 2t, well, this one's not going to converge because you keep getting positive and negative infinity as it goes to the right. So it never really converges to a specific value. So at this point, you can actually conclude that because of these two, the actual limit diverges, which you can actually write as a conclusion that the integral from 0 to positive infinity of sine squared of x dx is equal to, well, does not converge or diverges. And what this actually means is that the actual area that you're actually obtaining as you look at all of these, well, pieces of the sine gets accumulated very quickly, and it basically grows unbounded, or you end up with an infinite area. We're only interested on the actual areas that happen to be finite, meaning that you can get a number. In this case, the integral diverges. That is shown by both of the limits right here.